Hey, so you might be wondering, Feldron, where the fuck are ya? Bitch, I'm in a forest. No, I actually got a green screen and it's so fucking awesome. Anyway, lately I've been obsessed with conspiracies and I thought it would be interesting to make a video about conspiracies. Today we're going to talk about some conspiracies that will freak you out so much that you won't be able to sleep tonight. I know I won't. Let's start. So the first theory, the Simpsons can predict the future. The Simpsons has always been pretty accurate in predicting real-life events. Back in 2010, they correctly predicted something that happened at the Olympics this year, and their prediction came true when the US men's curling team beat Sweden at the Olympics this year. Sweden is fucking shook. So there was a Simpsons episode that came out in 2010 called Boy Meets Curl, when Homer and Marge took up curling and defeated a team from Sweden at the Olympics. I honestly don't know what the fuck curling even is. I don't know sports, okay? Fuck off. Anyway, there was a medal ceremony in the episode that is surprisingly just like what happened at the Olympics this year. So this adds to the list of predictions that The Simpsons has correctly made, such as a Donald Trump presidency or even 9/11. Fucking crazy. How is it possible that a cartoon show can accurately predict real-life events? I don't know. Let's move on. Next conspiracy theory. Britney Spears was on the White House payroll. So remember when she had her meltdown back in 2007? I do. The theory goes that she was actually working for the George W. Bush administration in a low-key off-the-books type role. Every time the Bush administration screwed up, they would distract people, or should I say sheeple, with Britney scandals. Here's a proof to support this theory. January 5th, 2004, Bush needs to publicly distance himself from the Valerie Plame scandal. Britney steps up with her notorious 55-hour marriage to Jason Alexander, whoever that is, which was way more interesting to the public. November 6th, 2006, the Republican Party is facing the most fiercely contested election in many years, and public opinion is not going in their favor. To divert attention, Britney announces split from her husband. And February 2007, President Bush announces the reformation of Al-Qaeda, which could be damaging for his presidency, seeing as how he's promised to hunt them down and eliminate them in the wake of 9/11. What did Britney do? She ducked out of rehab and shaved her head. So she was basically paid to do things to distract people from political issues and Bush scandals. Whatever she did, everyone was talking about it. So the Bush administration took advantage of that. A very interesting theory that makes a lot of sense. Next conspiracy. Was Marilyn Monroe murdered? Marilyn Monroe was a famous American actress. She became one of the most popular sex symbols of the 1950s and was emblematic of the era's attitudes towards sexuality. She died on August 5th, 1962 in Los Angeles, California. She was found dead, alone in her home. Fun fact, she's not the only celebrity found dead alone in their home from a drug overdose. Coincidence? I think not. Anyway, the LA County Coroner's Office officially ruled Marilyn Monroe's death a probable suicide based on her history with drugs and personal struggles. Bitch, I don't buy any of that. Do you really think she killed herself at the height of her career? So who did it? People think it was the CIA that did it because she had an alleged affair with JFK. She knew the truth about aliens and was about to blow the lid on the truth, so they shut her up and made it look like a suicide. Allegedly, there was a top-secret CIA memo written a few days before her death. It allegedly showed that she was wiretapped by the agency due to their concerns about the affair with the president. It also suggested JFK told her he'd seen evidence of, quote, things from outer space. It's believed that the memo was referring to the remains of the Roswell UFO crash in New Mexico back in July of 1947. So basically, the whole reason she was murdered was because she was supposedly threatening to hold a press conference to talk about everything she knew about aliens. So do you really think she committed suicide, or do you think it wasn't suicide? You be the judge. Now, this is just a conspiracy and a very interesting one and one of my favorites. It's also one of the creepiest and to me it's very believable. The next conspiracy is about something that you shouldn't eat because if you do, you're a fucking idiot. Tide Pods! Tide Pods are little dissolvable plastic pouches of detergent that were created back in 2012. I'm sure you remember the Tide Pod challenge that blew up on the internet a couple months ago. People were eating them, there were memes about them, some ended up in the hospital or even died from eating them. Tragic. But there's a conspiracy that laundry detergent companies are the ones responsible for creating the Tide Pod challenge. Why? So that they could boost their sales. Soon, Tide Pods were flying off shelves. I've also heard that some stores were locking up Tide Pods so that people wouldn't eat them, but I don't know if that's actually true. Kids were making videos about them eating Tide Pods and uploading it to YouTube. It was disgusting to watch. It was getting so out of hand that a donut shop started making donuts that looked like Tide Pods, so people would stop eating real Tide Pods. Honestly, that's a smart business plan. So I strongly believe that this conspiracy could be true. I'm sure companies really did create this online mess just to boost their sales. Next conspiracy. This is probably something you've never heard of before. The Baconian Theory. This conspiracy is not too well known, but it's fascinating and a little creepy. So do you remember reading Shakespeare plays in school? Was I the only one? Well, I'm sure you're familiar with Shakespeare's plays anyway. Well, according to this theory, someone by the name of Sir Francis Bacon was actually the one who wrote all the plays which were publicly attributed to William Shakespeare. That's right, we always believed it was Shakespeare. But the truth is, Shakespeare was merely the front man taking all the glory. But why? Well, by finding a front man to take the credit, Bacon's high ambitions to hold a high office in government and a political agenda could remain achievable, and his identity would be shielded by Shakespeare. Bacon had a huge desire to transform the world through knowledge. The key to that was through communication, and basically just wanted to shape the English language. So do you really think Shakespeare wrote his plays? Or was it someone behind the scenes? And the last conspiracy, HAARP, was responsible for creating deadly hurricanes. So we all know about Hurricane Harvey and Irma that hit the US and the Caribbean in late 2017. But what if I told you that they were man-made? The theory goes that these hurricanes were actually man-made and created by the government. HAARP, short for High Frequency Active Auroral Research Program, has long been the center of wild speculation that the program is designed to control the weather. World-renowned physicist Dr. Michio Kaku, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, made a shocking confession on live TV when he admitted that HAARP is responsible for the recent spate of hurricanes. In an interview, he admitted that recent man-made hurricanes were the result of a government weather modification program in which the skies were sprayed with nanoparticles, and storms then activated through the use of lasers. In the interview, he discusses the history of weather modifications before the CBS crew stop him in his tracks. He basically said that HAARP was created in the early 90s as part of a research program. This claim quickly spread all over the internet by September 2017. Some say this interview was false and that he never said any of that. I do believe that the whole weather modification thing could be true, but it's just a theory, and a pretty scary one. Well, that's all for this video. I really hope you enjoyed watching this conspiracy theories video, and I hope it scared you a little. Thank you for watching, and be sure to subscribe to my channel for more. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Okay, now I'm gonna get the hell out of this forest before Slenderman eats me. Wait, Slenderman doesn't eat people, does he? Conspiracy. Bye!